remember what I was saying.
Somebody just gets out of school.
Okay, so they just get out of school. They need clients, but they don't know how to get them. And that's where I was. What I discovered, because you got to try a lot of different things. And so I was looking back at my expenses for my in-your-home senior massage last year, and my expenses were a lot higher than they are this year. But that's because I tried a bunch of different marketing events and different types of things to see what worked, what didn't work. And this year I'm like, okay, no, I know the core things that work to bring me in business, so I'm just doing those.
You're focusing on that.
If another opportunity comes my way that I think is good, sure, I'm going to try it, but I know what works. And so, my expenses are much lower this year, so I'll actually make a better profit, yay! So that's what it is with marketing, and I think a lot of times people are afraid to fail, or they try one thing and it didn't work, or like, oh well, marketing doesn't work, or
Yeah, no, that's the absolute failure. The challenge is you have to be willing to try 50 different things.
Yeah.
And notice the word is willing. You have to be willing to try 50 different things, and 4 of them are going to work for you.
Yeah.
What I noticed in talking to massage therapists specifically, so that's target, massage therapists, is it's still a bit murky, and you can talk to 2 different massage therapists who will give you 2 different pieces of advice.
Yeah.
One will say, you got to have a website and you got to have crazy good SEO. And the other person is like, don't worry about that. I just go set up a chair and I do chair massage and I give them cards. Why do these 2 therapists have totally different ways of building their businesses? I've had to look at this, and I think I know why. And it has to do with that person. And it has to do with their individual skill sets, and it has to do with their particular skills. What are they good at? Mm-hmm. I have seen people who are just schmoozers. They could talk to anybody and sell anything.
They could sell iced Eskimos, yes.
Yeah,
As they say.
like they just had that capacity. That's never been my strong suit. I'm not what I call a used car salesman. I cannot talk to you as an audience and go, hey, you want to buy my thing? You want to buy my thing? I don't possess the capacity to do that, but I'm very verbal. Mm-hmm. I'm not afraid to be on camera, and I can provide education and content, which is why I make YouTube videos, because it helps with my search engine optimization. And I absolutely loathe doing chair massage. I do not like it. It doesn't represent what I do in my sessions. Nothing about it, to me personally, from my practice, nothing about it stands out, so I don't do that. You can see that I went the website direction, search engine optimization, and then I focused on the things that I was good at.
Yeah.
I can speak. It's fine. I like it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. If you have someone who for some reason they just cannot make YouTube videos, I'm like, well, go do something else.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, their particular makeup is a little bit more challenging, because what worked for your marketing is not necessarily going to be the silver bullet for my marketing.
Right. And I think, you have a good point there with marketing that works depends on the person. But I think here's the other piece to that. And I feel like I'm always harping on this. It's your target market. You may be comfortable doing a type of target or a type of marketing, but if your target market doesn't use or view or go to that type of marketing, it doesn't work for you. So it's like, for you, website, very important. YouTube videos, very important. For my audience, my target market, most of them, they don't go looking for a massage therapist online. So very rare. I have a website. I tried some online marketing, crickets. Whereas for me, my best marketing, vendor and health fairs at the community in which I work. Because then I can meet people, they're like, oh, okay, and I've been there enough times that I have people who know me who have never used my service, and yet they tell their friends, oh, you're looking for a massage therapist? I saw that Mary Duval, that in-your-home senior massage, she's been at those vendor fairs, she must be really good because she's still here. Or my friend was telling me about them. So I think it kind of comes into both. You got to find things that you're comfortable with in marketing.
You mean your target clients are on Snapchat?
I doubt it. Maybe 1% of 1% of 1% might be.
And Scott Lindquist asked me at one point, because I'm dragging massage therapists into social media, dragging them on a Twitter
Kicking and screaming.
Snapchat. And Scott stopped me on the group one day and said, "How many clients do you get from social media?" And I immediately said, "None." He's like, "So why are you trying to get these therapists to use social media?" And it's like, well, the reason I'm trying to get them to use it is nobody is, which means you stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, this stuff is free. In other words, if you already have a smartphone, what I hear from therapists is, I don't have money for a website. I don't have money for lighting and a video camera. I don't have money to pay somebody to edit videos or download video editing software. I don't have money. And it's like, do you have a smartphone? Because the thing is, if you use all the stuff that's freely available, and I'm not saying that I'm getting clients through Snapchat, but at the same time, it's also not about today. It's about building a following that years from now is going to produce even more.
Yeah.
Because I've made connections with this. A young lady talked to me the other night from Michigan on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "I found you on a YouTube video. I guarantee you," she followed me on Snapchat. She wrote me a message, and then I pull up Snapchat. "Hey, how are you doing? Listen, I'm glad you want to study with me from Michigan. There's another teacher who lives closer to you." And she's like, "Nope, I'd rather study with you."
Yeah. Because she feels like she knows you better.
Because I can video chat very quickly, like a tweet, basically.
Yeah.
It's kind of how Snapchat functions. So you put out information in whatever format. In yours, it's community fairs, but it's very niche to your audience in a specific area where those people live.
Yeah.
And then do your clients refer other clients?
They do.
Constantly.
Yeah. So I have three main sources of new clients coming to us. So the vendor fairs and health fairs are probably our biggest one. Then I have, every month I have an ad in the magazine that goes to every household in this community every month. And then our clients refer to us. And referrals are one of those things where you have some people that will tell anybody and everybody they love you so much, like, "Oh my God, you gotta try this service, you gotta try this service." Others, they love what you do, but they will never tell anybody else. So it's, but yeah, we get a lot of referrals. So those are the three key things that really work for me. But I also
those
see
three, which are?
The vendor fairs, vendor and health fairs, the ad in the monthly magazine that goes to my client or to the residents of the community I work in, and referrals.
Referrals, okay.
But
those three give you the bulk of everything you deal with.
Yeah, pretty much. So, but what I see, and now that I'm shifting to a larger market, not in massage, but in other things that I'm working on, and what I've seen is I see the power of social media and the fact that you can reach such a larger audience than, with a community fair, even with the vendor fairs and health fairs I do, that the ones that work for me, we get somewhere between 1,500 and 5,000 people in 5 hours. Not bad. How many people can you reach with Facebook or Twitter or Snapchat?
Yeah.
Millions.
Well, and then the challenge is people say, well, it's not local. Which if you deliver a service, they have to be in person.
Right.
And I think, I don't know, if tons of people all over the world are going to your website for information, let's say what you do is you put out YouTube videos. You make YouTube videos, you should be able to do massage, you're the massage expert. Well, the fact that tons of people from Taiwan and China and Japan are going to your website means that Google looks at that and says, wow, they're really important, so we need to boost them for the logo rankings.
Right.
To some degree.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be. Just making noise. So, for instance, social media, when I make videos, it's not just about making a sale. And that's what's hard for therapists to understand. When I would spend time and money making YouTube videos, and they're like, we don't understand. You're making all these YouTube videos. How are you making money? And I'm like, because the videos are advertising.
Right.
But they didn't seem to connect that because they're not, you're not selling anything.
Right. And I think a lot of people, I look at marketing a lot of times as more of a long-term game. And you may not make an immediate sale from a piece of marketing. It's, and that's kind of, advertising is kind of like you're looking for immediate sale. You put an ad in the paper, you run a special, you want to see that immediate response. Marketing a lot of times is building a brand, letting people know you exist, and it may take, even with, whether it's advertising or marketing, it may take a person, and I've heard different numbers, so 3, 5, 7, 9 times to see you before they might even try your service or even give you a call, because they're still not 100% sure who you are.
So Rhiannon Simone, this was the question she asked. Rhiannon Simone is a member of the Massage Entrepreneurs Group. I'll make sure to have a link to the group down below if you want to join. She said, what has been the most effective thing you've done to encourage clients to give you a try? So they've never worked with you before. You're trying to encourage them to give you a try. Fairs?
Fairs, and what I do at every fair that I attend, I offer a special offer. And for me, it's usually a half-price massage. So initially. I tell them,
half price?
Initially, yeah. And what
I want one.
Yeah.
Half price? Hey.
And I limit the time, usually not more than 6 weeks. So basically, if they call us by a certain date, we come out, do a full 1-hour in-home massage for $30. Wow. Can you tell I got my patter down? and anybody sharing a table on either side of me, they know my patter by the time the fair is over. Well, actually within a half hour. But so it's a very inexpensive way to try us out, but it's limited in time, one time only, new clients only. I'm very specific, and I've had clients who try to trick me. They don't think I keep records. Anyway, and that I'm telling you and we get the people who just want their cheapy massage. Okay, I'm not going to tell you that there are people who want a cheapy massage. But that's okay, because at least we got $30 for it. So, got some money coming in. I don't give away free massages very often. But that has been the best. And the people who really do want to use your service or are interested in it, they try you out for that $30. And I can't tell you how many times people write us a check for a package after that initial visit.
Yeah. So you very targeted, relies on what you do best. Mm-hmm. Great incentivized deal initially.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I guarantee, based on your repeat business, you don't ever give that massage and feel like you're getting jilted $30.
No.
Yeah. Because the thing is, you've created a situation where you're so niched into your target market that you wind up drawing a client who becomes a regular.
Yeah.
So the money and time you put into that one session in that health fair paid for itself many times over.
Exactly.
And that's the real sweet spot. That's why you focus on that so exclusively.
Exactly, because it works, and I can tell you, because it costs me to go to the vendor fairs. But there was only one event where I didn't make my money back, and I can't blame the fair for that, because it poured rain for 5 hours, and we handed out, half the number of cards we normally do. So, and marketing is a numbers game.
Yeah, it's not finding a formula; it's finding your formula.
Exactly. There's no magic key.
That's what's so challenging. I can sit down with massage therapists who contact me from social media, and they'll want private help. And I'm very generous with my time. Sometimes I'll have hours of phone calls with therapists to try to help them. Mm-hmm. And I think it gets overwhelming because I'm like, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this, pick a few things and do that. They find it overwhelming because they want it to be mathematical, where
if I do A plus B, I get
plus 2, and it's always going to equal 4. And it's like, no, it just does. Sales and advertising marketing just is not that specific a science.
Yeah.
It really depends on your skill set, and it depends on what are you good at, what's your target market. Rhiannon Simone also asked after that, let me go back. So she was asking, how do you get them to try you out?
Yeah.
One of the things that happened for me was when Thai Massage Jam formed. Originally we called it another name, but Thai Massage Jam was the name I gave it.
Yeah.
What I knew was people were making noise. People were making noise about Thai massage. I was placing myself as the Thai massage expert. People were talking about me. They were talking about the jam. And all I was really doing was a little bit of education and showing people how to work on each other.
Right.
So it's kind of like teaching a class a little bit. but it wasn't quite so fixated on me always teaching.
Right.
Because once we got them going, people could just come in, use my mats, and work on each other in a group setting that was fun. But it hit all these sweet spots between networking, word of mouth, website and SEO, having a Facebook group that drew more attention. Everybody who joined the Facebook group was seeing a link to my free workbook. The people who went to the jam were downloading the free workbook to have a routine to use. So for me, the Thai Massage Jam became your community health fair.
Right, yeah.
Except I was hosting the event in various facilities. Now I stumbled into that. Nobody could have told me to do that. It very literally just fell in my lap. And when I did it once or twice, I looked at it and I said, this is perfect. This is a missing piece in my marketing, and I'm accessing the people who are actively interested in Thai massage.
Yeah.
Even though those people might not become clients. They weren't necessarily my target market. 20-year-olds in Austin do not make up the bulk of my client base.
Right.
But when you have 800 of them on a Facebook group and they're all talking about Thai massage and talking to their friends about Thai massage, he's got a free workbook. It creates a much larger, social scene.
Yeah. And then if somebody that they know needs the type of work that you're doing, who's the first one that they're going to recommend?
Yeah.
They're going to go, you got to go see Robert.
And when people talk about, how much time and energy to put into that, I'm like, well, I would say on any given week, I probably spend about 6 hours a week between the 5 hours at the jam and the 1 hour doing networking, online stuff, posting to Facebook. 5 or 6 hours a week for 4 years. No pay.
Yep.
And the thing is, I do it because it's an act of love. It's able to create a community event where people can get massage and body work extremely inexpensively that works for my marketing.
Yeah.
It's like I do it because it's good for business, and I do it because it's good for the community.
Right.
If I didn't get anything out of it, in other words, not money, but if I didn't get anything out of it, didn't feed me, my heart, I wouldn't do it. But that's where people are sometimes confused, because the Thai Massage Jam, in a sense, breaks the rules. It's not a CE class.
Right.
And it's not getting a massage.
Right.
It's this weird third category where it's like a community bodywork event. Yes. So we have some parallels. I can rely a little bit more heavily on social media, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Now, Rihanna Simone, she was asking online, after she asked how we get the clients, like where do they find us? I think we covered that.
Yeah.
She said, how do you keep them? How do you get them to come in again?
I do. There's a couple things. Number one, get the best darn massage you can get.
Good massage.
You treat your clients right. You listen to what they're looking for and what they need, and you try to address that as best you can. Now, and then at the end, you ask them again, when would you like to come in? Now you take a little more direct approach, I think, and I know Scott Lindquist does on.
Yes, Scott and I
it's kind of like, when would you like to book again?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% comfortable asking it like that. I don't think it's wrong. It's just not me. But I'll say something like, okay, did you want to book another massage, or just give me a call when you're ready? And usually what I find with that is, for me, that question kind of helps me determine if they're going to be a regular or they were just trying me out. Or they're not really serious about massage. Because you get some people that they have an acre pain, and you come, you try and work them out, and it may be like, well, I'd really like to see you in a week, or see you in another 2 weeks because I want to continue working this out because I couldn't get it all worked out. And they're like, well, okay, and they're kind of reticent. It's like, okay, they're not going to call me again. And and they may have enjoyed the massage, but they just don't put enough value on it. So the way I ask the question, it kind of helps me get a better feel for the client, because the ones who really love it, really value it, they're going to be like, oh yeah, I want to book again, So that's how I address it.
What I tend to do is, even though the sessions are 3 hours, the client is usually wiped out. I don't do high pressure. What I tend to do is say, listen, we were working on your shoulder today. I had a really great time working on you. You're a wonderful client. I would love to see you again. in my professional experience with the shoulder problem you had, I think if we did 2 more sessions, maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, we could probably get you over the hump and then back to maintenance. You know, how do you feel about that? So something along those lines. So what I'm doing is I'm laying out a sort of soft tissue treatment plan as a massage therapist. As a massage therapist, we don't diagnose or treat. However, when it comes to soft tissue stuff, I can tell them that in my professional experience, people with shoulder tension, whatever, 2 or 3 sessions should be good to get them over the hump.
Yeah.
That does multiple things. It tells them that I liked working with them.
Mm-hmm.
It tells them that I like seeing them again. And what I think has happened is you're a professional, but I focused on the relationship.
Yeah.
It's almost like going on a date with someone and saying, listen, I had a really nice time over coffee. I'd love to be able to have coffee with you again. Do you have time in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think for your main clientele, who you are doing really therapeutic work and trying to fix things, get things back together, you are going to be, you probably do need those follow-up, or the client needs those follow-up massages. A lot of what we do, although we do a lot of therapeutic work and working out issues and stuff, but probably half of our clients are just good general maintenance, feel-good massage, type thing. So it's not, and I'll have clients who will ask me, well, how often should I get a massage? And then I go into discussing, well, part of it does depend on their financial situation. But I say, I have clients who love a weekly massage, clients who like every 2 weeks is a good maintenance for them, once a month is a good maintenance. So I try and, give them ideas, and if I have specifics for them, like, with what you got going on, I would like to see you in a couple of weeks. So I think it all depends on how you're comfortable presenting it. But definitely present the option of, come back. I want to see you more often than not.
Yeah, if you don't give them what I consider a treatment plan, I think it works poorly. If you're not having them come in and actively continue working on something to create a regular client, most consumers want regular massage, whether or not they have an issue, in my experience. If they like massage, they want to get a massage regularly.
Yeah.
I get a massage once a day.
Yeah.
My challenge is can't afford a massage once a day.
Yeah.
And that's where you have to figure out, well, what do they want? What can they prioritize?
Right.
I think that people's quality of life improves even if they can get a session once a month.
Yeah.
The challenge is becoming the therapist that gets them to get that session once a month. And part of that is really focusing on the relationship. When I say that, what I mean is you're really letting them know, I had a wonderful time working with you. I love the little banter and conversation we had. The massage is great. I hope that your back, improves. That intimacy and connection and touch is a big portion, at least 50% or more, what I think of what most massage therapists sell.
Right.
It's not even therapeutic body work.
Yeah.
Connection, intimacy, touch is a huge portion of what we do.
Exactly, and just showing that that you care about that client.
Yeah.
And that you
their well-being.
You want the best for them, and it's no, I'm not trying to sell you a bunch of massages because I want to line my pockets. It's because I want to make sure you are feeling better and that you're the best you can be.
It's because we care. They know that we make money off of what we do. But it's almost like a mechanic. If a mechanic works on your car and fixes it, that's one thing. If the mechanic brings you out and shows you the CV joint and says, hey, the CV joint looks like it's dry rotting. There's a little cracking right here. I don't think you have to get it replaced right now.
Okay.
I think you're probably going to be good for a couple of months. But I would say within the next quarter, you should bring the car in so we can do that. What did he just do?
He educated you, made you feel comfortable, and go, okay, you're not trying to pressure me into buying something, but you're telling me I got a problem.
And the thing is, it's like it's a maintenance thing. And that's exactly where that mechanic becomes the trusted neighborhood mechanic that you're going to tell everybody about, because you were afraid he was going to rake you over the coals and say, you need thousands, we got to replace these now, your car is going to explode. Right? No.
Yeah.
And that's what really, I think, massage therapists are dropping the ball. You have to be able to educate them about that sort of thing. You know, if you work on someone who does CrossFit, their physical needs are different than mature adults.
Absolutely.
If they're not doing CrossFit, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CrossFit would probably kill even the healthiest mature adults. There might be one or two out there, but yeah, that might be a little too intense for even my healthiest mature adults.